Unknown Confederates, MIA, 5 points, Tennessee. Marshall Rangers, home of 7 real grandsons. Camp number 297, Lewisburg, Tennessee. Commander Sean West Poland. The Samuel H. Poe, camp number 255 from Waynesboro, Mississippi, presented by Camp Commander Forrest S. Dawes. Presenting 2 wreaths, George Connor Bond, Commander, Mississippi Division. George Connor Bond on behalf of Rank and Grace Camp 2278. There you go. Let's hear some applause. Joey Redwine, President, Mississippi Society, Order of Confederate Rose. In memory of the men of the CS Navy and Marines, presented by Mike Sims. Per request, this wreath will be laid at the grave of Lieutenant Simmons off the CSS Alabama. As he is headed that way, when he gets there, we'll signal and everybody can see. Pennsylvania Vindicators, Camp 828. Wreath presented by historian Ricky E. Pritchard, with Commander Frank Harvey in attendance, and Lieutenant Commander Jock Owings. Sam Watkins, Sons of Confederate Veterans, Camp number 29, Tennessee Division, presented by the camp members. Commander Doug Barrett of the Southeast Central Brigade, Alabama Division, for the camps of the East Central Alabama. On behalf of Captain John Rayburn Camp 452, Gunnersville, Alabama, of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, presented by Carrie O'Flattery, Camp Genealogist and Quartermaster. Winnie Davis, number 447, United Daughters of the Confederacy, Columbia, Tennessee. Laid the ring. Yep. Simeon Cummins of the CSS Alabama, when his body was recovered, was interred over there.
South Africa?
Yes, sir. South Africa. Dottie Meadows, Tennessee Society, Order of Confederate Rose, President. Macklemore Brigade Commander Tom Meadows, and the CERT Coordinator, and grandsons, Young Rebels, Brandon and Parker Unga. Timothy Page, Tennessee Order of Confederate Rose, Black Rose, keeper of the right. It's starting to look pretty from back here.
Looks even better over here.
Charlie Taylor, Tennessee Order, Confederate Rose, State Treasurer. Tennessee Society Order, Confederate Rose, number 25, Maria Baker Lemon, Crystal Farrell, Treasurer. Mariah Baker. Excuse me, that was Mariah Baker, not Maria Baker. I'm human. Betty Craig, Tennessee Society Order, Confederate Rose, number 25, Mariah Baker Lemon. Miss Alice Gibson, President, Tennessee Society Order of Confederate Rose, Chapter number 6, Jane Simmons Davis. Escorted by Mr. Bruce Gibson, Murfreesboro Camp number 33, Commander. Nancy Wood, Tennessee Order of Confederate Rose, Sophie Riley Hatton, number 24, President. Escorted by Tom Wood, Tennessee Division Adjutant. Nellie Homage, President, Tennessee Society Order, Confederate Rose, Alice Thompson, number 19. Joyce Campbell, Rod and Spears. Joyce Cardwell, excuse me. Joyce Cardwell, thank you for correcting me. Joyce Cardwell, Rod and Spears, Camp number 2113, Summertown, Tennessee, Order of Confederate Rose. Thank you. Annie Lou Spears, Rod and Spears, Camp number 2113, Summertown, Tennessee. Color Sergeant, floor is yours. You fire the volley.
Take command. Just don't let somebody know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure at this moment to introduce, to say a few kind words that he told me were excellent words. He told me that last night and I believe him. Ladies and gentlemen, past Commander-in-Chief, Sir Charles McMichael. Chuck, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, y'all don't have to listen to me. If you're going to, I would appreciate you coming around this way. After 25 years of teaching school, you never turn your back on your students. So if y'all would kind of get a spot over here somewhere. But before I start, officially, since I have the floor, where'd Ed go?
He's sitting right over there.
Okay.
Back to you.
Ed Deason. Okay, he's been mentioned once already. You don't have to go anywhere. I wanted to personally mention Ed Deason. Back in 1998, he was ATM commander, and I was a fairly new member who thought I knew everything like most fairly new members do. And now I'm much older and realize how much I don't know and how much other people don't know too. But I would personally like to thank Ed Deason for the confidence he has shown in me and his friendship and mentorship for all these years. Okay, the other thing I want to do, Ben and Sandy, y'all come up here. Two very important people to us being here and being what's here behind us. For those of you that don't know, Ben Sewell was he was the executive director for what, 13 years? 13 years. He saw us through coup attempts and overthrows and lawsuits, and the one steady thing that kept the SCV together in many ways was Ben Sewell sitting behind that desk in that old house over there.
And his wife, Sarah.
I'm getting there. I didn't give you $1.
That's my dog.
And so, and when back in, what was it, 08, we sat around that table, and Paul was on the council then too, and we voted we are going to build a Confederate museum because soon there won't be one. And over the next 13 or so years, every little nickel that came in that nobody had spoke for, Ben Sewell called me and said, I'll put it in the museum fund. And that's how we were able to build so much. So I want everybody here to please show their appreciation for Executive Director Emeritus Ben Sewell. And I especially want to recognize this lady.
Amen.
Sandy was not just the wife, she was the hostess of Elm Springs in many ways. She did so much work to promote and run and to decorate and everything. She was the recipient of the very first Commander-in-Chief's Ladies Appreciation Medal. And it was only because we didn't have something better to give her at the time. So let's please some thanks for Mrs. Sandy Sewell. You can have my chair right over there next to Herman White.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, Confederates. Come on. Good afternoon, Confederates.
Good afternoon.
That's better. Bienvenue. How y'all are, as we say in Louisiana. There's some things that I've got 3 questions we're going to answer in the next few minutes. The first one is, why are we doing this? The second one is, why are we doing this? And the third one is, why are we doing this? Believe it or not, those are 3 very different questions. The first one, why are we doing this, means why are we laying a wreath? Okay? Why are we laying a wreath? Why a wreath? How did it get to be that this was the thing we do, that we lay a wreath? Well, throughout human civilization, and maybe even before, people commemorated their fallen and their heroes. The idea of a wreath or a laurel at least goes back to the ancient Greeks. In the Peloponnesian Wars, when a soldier was lost in combat, they would bring back an empty stretcher with the laurel or a wreath laying on it, showing the honor that that soldier deserved. So we're talking 3,000 years ago that this was going on. That's how long we've been doing wreaths and laurels. And the Greco-Roman condition continued. How many statues have you seen where a Greek or Roman was wearing the laurel on his head? It's not because that's what they had for hats, okay? He certainly didn't have the kind of hats we have here today, that's for certain. They didn't have that kind of craftsmanship or style. But the laurel or the wreath represented specific things. The way it was made, the way it was woven, the materials they used represented different things. Your station, your rank, honor that you had received, or it also represented victory. Wreaths represent victory. Think about that when we lay wreaths. In fact, as you may well know, when a Roman general would win a major war, they would give him a parade through the streets of Rome. And then there was a slave assigned to stand behind him, holding the wreath or the laurel over his head and whispering in his ear, "You're only human. You're only human," so that he didn't get carried away with the applause of the crowd.